The Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association's executives gathered in their conference room this morning were at pains not even to mention the name of a man who had been one of their own, Eloy Escalante. For the sake of his more than 3,000 fellow farmers, he does not exist, at least not on the association's list of farmers, nor those of his home branch. And the association hopes that the Sugarcane Production Committee will help them pacify the Flowcert auditors to whom the B.S.C.F.A has written asking to lift their suspension by reflecting the same on their records. If not, according to CEO Oscar Alonso, a significant windfall is at stake, but also so is the future of the rest of the sugar industry.
The rules of the suspensions stipulate that we are allowed to continue to trade fair trade products with fair trade certified trade partners with whom a fair trade relationship exists for a volume that cannot exceed 50% of the volumes traded as fair trade in the preceding 12 months. Or continue to trade with fair trade certified trade partners with whom existing fair trade contracts are in place for the total trade volume contracted prior to the suspension. Now, we had already signed a contract with Titan Line for the fair trade premium for last year's crop. We understand that we'll still get it, okay? It's in the process of being remitted to us. Now we're in the process of trying to tell them that based on this, we still need to go ahead and sign a contract for the coming year, that is the 2016-2017, based on this class. And what Flowcert has indicated is that as soon as we show that we are complying now with that criteria, they will lift the suspension.
The association acknowledges that the state of affairs that led to Escalante's transaction with Minister Edmond Castro and his son has existed and officially been approved for some time. But times change. The outspoken chair of the Orange Walk branch of the association, Alfredo Ortega, says there was ample opportunity for Castro to avail himself of and follow the rules.
Any person that plant cane reports to the SAPC and make an application, and he can get a license to deliver. That went through way up to 2012, when we were below the maximum capacity of the mill. But since 2012, when the survey showed that there is an overproduction of material, that is where the SAPC took a decision, okay, we will not be making any new cane farmer. And that is where, when you see the history of this situation where we are now, is where it placed us into this bad situation. Because if this transaction or this situation would have continued as was between 2005 and 2012, Mr. Castro would have been the farmer from the very beginning, without going through with Mr. X person to get that quota, because the system would have placed him within us, the farmer. But because this stopped and this situation came for the past 3 years that it have shown that we have an overproduction, then that took us to this situation.
While a painful choice for the chairman of the Finance Committee, Javier Keme, it represents a moral choice that the B.S.C.F.A felt it had to take.
We have a moral responsibility, being a certified organization, to comply with the standards. And the standard is very clear. We just have to follow the rule, and the rule says that the organization must find a way to show that the product produced was produced by its members. Yep. That's the only issue, that we have to find a way that we can show that the product produced was produced by our member. And I think we have all the evidence to substantiate that. That's why I am very positive that the suspension will not be there for a long period of time. This is a way of how the industry has been operating for years. And the gentleman there mentioned the use of administration had served the purposes before, but now the issue of our compliance is different. We have to take it from a different angle. Then the organization as such has a different responsibility.
From Orange Walk Town, Aaron Humes reporting for News 5.